Chat with the Love Twins. It's Michelle here. Happy New Year. So good to be here with you. I feel like I've been gone for a long time, but I am back. And I was telling some members of my team today, I'm in full power. I am on fire and I'm ready to go. And I hope that you are too, because here we are at the beginning of a new year. And this year gets to be completely and totally a game changer for you. And that's one of my words for this year. Consistency is one of my words, and game changer is the other one of my words. And why I've chosen those is because I'm very clear, and I want you to get clear about this, that we all have a window. We all have a window of time. And this is, you can listen to this from a morbid listening, or you can listen to this from a possibility. And so I'm inviting you to listen to it from a possibility. We have a window of time. And what happens is that we live like we have forever to go. And this is not a conversation about scarcity either. This is a conversation about what are you going to do with this beautiful, magnificent window of time that you have? Are you going to let time keep ticking by, hoping for something better, wishing for something more? Or is this year going to be the year that changes the game for you? And the way that this year changes the game for you is that you create a new game. You create a new story. You create a new version of you that matches up with what you want to experience in life, with that clear, beautiful, magnificent vision you have about how you want to be and show up, about how you want to look, and what you want to accomplish in all the areas of life that matter to you, including your love life. What we found working with women, the majority of the women that we attract into our communities are women who are successful women, they're professional women, they're women who have accomplished something in their life, they're driven, they have a purpose, and they know how to win. And what we have found, and you might find yourself in this, is that when you've got that kind of focus, you can get so hyper focused. And because you'll be in your male energy, you can get so single focused that before you know it, you're in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, and you haven't created the relationship that you want to create. And that could be very scary. That could be very scary, especially if you don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, it becomes extremely scary. If you're trying to do it out there on your own and you don't even know the first step to take, that could be extremely scary. But it doesn't have to be that way. This gets to be your new game change year where you change yourself and you change the way that you operate, the way that you show up, and the way that you do things. Because the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. And if you're doing things half in, half out, that's the way you're going to do relationships. If you go based on how you feel at any given moment and that determines what actions you take, that's how you're going to be about creating the relationship of your dreams. If you're someone who doesn't know how to manage your thoughts and emotions and you get carried away whenever a little blip happens on the screen or you experience a disappointment and then you call all games over, that's the way you're going to be in love. And it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't have to be that way. I was coaching somebody today and she was sharing with me something that she has requested coaching on multiple times. And one of the things that she's been wanting to do is to let go of this person who she dated. But at some point he seemed interested and then he didn't seem interested anymore. And for months and months, she's been saying, I want to let go. I want to let go. I want to be able to walk into wherever he is and not feel so taken over by my emotions, not feel so angry, not feel upset with myself because there were certain self-sabotaging patterns that she hadn't broken through at that time. And she was like, I really want this, Michelle. I want this. I'm like, listen, you have a window. You have a window of time. How long has it been that you've been wanting the same thing? I want you to ask yourself the same question. I want you to ask yourself the question, how long have you been wanting to be in the relationship of your dreams? How long have you been wanting to wake up next to the person that you get to spend the rest of your life with? How long has it been since you've been with someone that you feel completely seen, heard, understood by, that you're excited to be who you are because you get to live life with them? How long has it been since you've been wanting to let go of your ex? Since you've been wanting to forgive your parents for the way that you grew up? Since all the things that you may have been wanting to do. How long has it been? And I asked her, how long has it been? She said, 11 months. I'm like, look, I'm going to be really real with you. And I'm going to be really real with all of you too. Give me just a moment because I want to be able to see your comments. Give me just a second. I'm not able to see. Oh, here they are. Okay. How long have you been waiting? Like, are you willing to continue to wait? And I'm not saying that you haven't done some things, but there's a difference between wanting something to happen and being committed to something happening. And nothing happens until you get committed. And when you're committed to something, it doesn't matter how many times it looks like it's not going to happen. You go for it. So I asked her, I said, how long have you been waiting? She says 11 months. I said, okay, listen, you have a window of time. I'm going to be very honest with you. There's going to be a day you're going to keep living your life the way you're living it, wanting, wishing, pining over somebody who doesn't have the same feelings for you. Now, some of you, you're not pining for somebody, but you haven't let go of the anger or resentment or resignation you have towards somebody in your past or some bodies in your past. How many of you know what I'm talking about? So there's something you haven't let go of that still has a hold on you. So I said, you have a window of time, and time is going to keep ticking by. It is not going to stop. And one day you're going to be on your last day and you're going to die. And do you want the conversation to be, I wish I would have let go? Do you want the conversation to be, I wish I would have been able to do that hard work, let it go, really believe in my vision? I wish I could have created a clear vision, clear enough that it would pull me forward no matter what. Or are you going to want to say, I did it, I created it, and I lived it? There's a choice you have, and there's a choice I have about what the next year is going to look like. And some of you don't think you have a choice because you've been living inside of the story of you can't have what you want, or it happens for everybody else and it doesn't happen for you, or I don't know how to do it, and you live in a state of confusion. And whatever that state you're in is, don't make yourself wrong for it. Don't make yourself wrong for it. See, she's been waiting 11 months to do the hard work that there is to do to let go of somebody who isn't interested in you, which is bring acceptance to it and move on. Stop making up stories about yourself. Stop making stories up about him. Stop making up stories about, well, even though he's not asking me, oh, he's just probably flirting with that other girl to make me jealous. No, he's flirting with another girl, and that's what's happening. Whatever his intentions are, you don't know what they are. The point is, he could use that energy to ask you out, and he's not. Accept it. But you've got to be able to be real with yourself about that. And the reality is, we have a window. We have a window of time. And what we do with that time this year is going to determine what the next years look like. And there's one skill that will have you be able to create whatever you want in your life with power, with speed, with clarity, and with certainty. And when you have that skill and you master it, there's nothing you can't create for yourself. But it starts first, even before the skill, you've got to be committed. You've got to be more committed to creating it than to your story. You've got to be willing to break out of that role you've been playing and say, I don't want to do, I'm not available for that anymore. I'm not available for men who lie. I'm not available to waste my time. I'm not available for the things that suck my energy and don't give me results. I'm available for real love. I'm available for authenticity. I'm available for amazingness. I'm available for abundance. I'm available for that. I am available for that. That is what you first have to do. You first have to become available for it. The second thing is you've got to commit to it. And it's not a want. A want is not a commitment. You may want to lose 10 pounds, but if you are not committed to doing what it takes to lose 10 pounds, you're not going to lose them. And even if you do the crazy fad, whatever it is now, whatever diet it is, whatever injection it is, whatever pill it is, if you don't learn the skills to effectively and consistently keep doing what there is to do to live that lifestyle, you will end up back where you started. And a lot of you are disappointed because you're looking back at this year and you're going, I thought I would have been there. Don't waste any more time on the, I thought I would have been there. I wish I would have been there. I wish I would have, could have, should have. It is a waste of time. But get curious about what got in the way. What's the story that got in the way? What's the belief that you have that's limiting you, that's been in the way? What's the fear that's been in the way? What's the habit, the pattern that's been in the way? What is it that you keep allowing, giving permission to get in the way that's stopping you and blocking you from the vision that you were created to live? You know, on New Year's Eve, we hosted a small party here at our house with some of our family and friends. And there was this moment where I looked around and I was like, this is my life. This is my life. I looked at my husband. This is my life. Looked at my home, which those of you who know the story of this, of how I got this home, it was manifested. Every block came up in the way until the last hour. Literally, the day that either we signed the contract or the contract was gone, that's how it was. And I had to stay committed, and Arnie had to stay committed to our vision and to keeping aligned with that vision. So I'm like, this is my home. This is my husband. This is my life. And I manifested it. So the skill I'm talking about is a skill of manifestation. It is a skill. It's not just a gift that some of us have and others don't. Everybody has the possibility and potential to manifest. You just have to know how. And I'm talking specifically about manifesting your love vision. You can manifest your love vision. If you would have run into me 17 years ago, I was a hot mess. I was a hot mess when it came to my love life. By appearances and trophies on the wall and certificates in a frame, I was doing great. But behind closed doors and who I was for myself and how I related to myself and what I believed about myself and what was possible for me in love and in life, that was a very different picture. It was a mess. And I didn't know then what I know now about how much that was impacting my ability to create what I wanted. My relationship to myself was the core and the key. And then there was the skill of knowing, how do you get yourself into a state of readiness to receive? How do you get so clear about what you want to experience that you can experience it now and not 10 years from now? How do you have the emotional and mental maturity to be able to deal with disappointments with power versus shrinking back and down so that you can keep creating? How do you create yourself to be somebody who's a match for that vision, so that you're not thinking it's impossible because who you are for yourself now and who's in that vision look day and night? How do you become that woman? That is the skill. And that is what's going to have 2024 be your game changer. So we want to invite you to a very special challenge we're having next week from January 15th to the 19th. And it's called Manifest Your Love Vision. It's a 5-day challenge. It's going to start at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Monday, and it'll go through Friday. And in this challenge, you're going to learn the exact steps that Gladys and I have created or have taken to create the life and the love that we have. Gladys, 24 years with the same man, me, 17 years with the same man, and not just humdrum and not just going through the motions. Today I was reading, it's right here next to me, my love vision. And I went to the kitchen. I told my husband, I just read, it's called Imagine an Extraordinary Relationship. I said, I just read Extraordinary Relationship. It's so beautiful. And this is it. How many of you want to walk into a kitchen and tell your husband, thank you? Thank you for manifesting my love vision with me. So in this 5-day challenge, the Manifest Your Love Vision, it's going to be your opportunity to break through whatever that is that's in the way. You may have done work on this before, but if you want to transform it once and for all, if you want to let it go so that it no longer is on you, you're no longer hooked by it, you want to be here next week. It's a free challenge. Again, it's Monday the 15th through Friday the 19th. You do have an opportunity to upgrade to the VIP experience. I always upgrade because I believe I deserve it. And if you want additional coaching, if you want to be able to have the recordings of the general sessions and the VIP sessions, so you can go back and do the heart work we're going to be doing during those sessions and hear the coaching that we're giving over again when you're going through something or something that you didn't want to spend time writing notes because you have it there and you don't have to do it anymore, then you get to upgrade to VIP. And you get to do that for $47. It's practically free. Now, is your vision worth $47? You get to decide. You get to decide. If you want a 5-star life and 5-star love, you've got to be willing to say, I deserve it. And here's an action I'm taking that demonstrates that. So by the end of the challenge, you're going to be able to have broken through those love barriers that keep stopping you and blocking you, the fears, those sabotaging patterns, the stories that you tell yourself, the role that you've been playing, breaking out of that so you can have the relationship that you want. And your vision, your love vision is going to be so crystal clear that you're going to be able to see it, feel it, believe it, and then go out there and be it so that you can create it and have it be a reality. Not a year from now, but really it can happen within 3 to 9 months. We just celebrated already. What's today? The 9th day of 2024. We already have manifested the first committed relationship of 2024. We've already done that. We've already created one in the first 9 days. The majority of the women who do the heart work, who really commit and do the heart work, 3 to 9 months, they're in the relationship of their dreams. So you get to do that and you get to manifest with momentum. And then you're going to have the steps to take that will allow you to continue to clear the way, clear your vision, rise up, become a match for it, and manifest the relationship of your dreams. So we dropped the link. We're going to drop it again so that you could be one of our success stories. We have thousands of them now. Thousands of women that we've worked with who have broken through, who are having fun dating, who are freedom in being who they are, have found their voice again, are having extremely beautiful relationships with their boyfriends and their husbands. They're having the children they never dreamed they would have or thought their time had passed because that was part of their vision. So there are women who don't allow themselves to be blocked and stopped by circumstances and stories. And you get to be that kind of a woman. So go ahead and click on the link, manifestlovevisionchallenge.com. That's manifestlovevisionchallenge.com, and get your seat today. And look, if procrastination is one of those things that keeps blocking you, don't just click on the button. It's free. Figure out the time. You can figure it out. Create yourself as a person who can figure out the details and they don't miss the opportunity because they're stuck in analysis paralysis. Rise up, step up, claim it as yours, and come to the Manifest Your Love Vision Challenge next week so that you can create it. All right. So I cannot wait to be with you. It's going to be an amazing week. It's going to rock your world. It is the game changer you've been waiting for. All right, so I can't wait to see you then. There won't be a love chat next week because we're going to be in the challenge. And whatever that is, whatever that thing is that has kept you stuck, you get to say, I'm bigger, I'm better, I'm wiser, and I'm stronger than any story I've been telling myself. And I strongly recommend that you share the link to the event, manifestlovevisionchallenge.com, with the women in your life who are either single or in relationships that they're not fulfilled in. You know, there's so many women who come to us when it's too late. Now, if they start working with us, we've been able to turn around. Thank God, we have saved so many relationships. But many women in relationships, they lost their vision, or they never had one, or their vision is not even their vision, but their reality is a repeat of what they lived. Don't sell out on your girlfriends. The world is going to change, and women are going to be the game changers. And you get to be a game changer in at least one woman's life. And if you have more than one friend, you can make a difference in more than one life. Let's have next week be packed with women who believe in themselves and believe in their visions and are going to be given the steps to take so that in this window of time that we have, in this path that we're on, you get to live the most extraordinary version of your love life you've ever wanted. And you get to have it be reality for you. Okay. So I cannot wait to see you next week. Go ahead and click on the link. And until our hearts meet again, always remember that you are loved. Goodbye for now.